Rocking those blues on a Monday morning, not Anderson. I don't want to give in. 101.9 at Dog FM. Dylan Black, Lisa Carmanico. Hey, we've got Tia Borden here. Good morning, Tia.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here because we're going to get down and dirty here with all the details.
We've got questions.
Bachelor Canada. So, number one, okay, and now how long? The show's only on air for about 2 months when it runs, right?
Yes, yeah, it's very short.
Okay, and it wrapped up. Now I'm losing the. See, I'm a Bachelor fan. I'll admit it. And they just wrapped up the American Bachelor, right?
They did with Sean Lowe.
Okay, so you were on before that, basically the Canadian one, the first ever Canadian one as well. So that's kind of cool.
It was. You know what? That was kind of the incentive for me too. Is it was the first one. So I think for Canada, it had a really big impact. People weren't sure what to expect, whether it was going to be a flop or it would be, really, really good because they did have the American one to compare it to.
Okay, now what made you want to be on The Bachelor?
Oh, that's
Were you looking for love? I mean, honestly, did the girls on there, and you could be honest, are they looking for love or obviously it's good promotion for a girl to go on there as well? Yeah,
I think everyone goes in there with their own idea of what they want to gain from this experience. For me, I'm very open. I'm very open to experiences. I'm very open to opportunity. And I find that anything that comes my way that I think can have a positive effect or give me something that I can learn from, I'll take it. Mm-hmm. And so was I looking for love? I was looking for maybe the potential of it,
okay.
For the potential of meeting someone that I could, maybe, start dating or progress with. And also just honestly for the opportunity and the experience.
Okay. Now, I don't even recall the guy's name.
His name was Brad Smith.
Brad Smith,
former
okay.
CFL player.
Because I remember contacting Bachelor Canada saying that I wanted to get you on the air, and they said, well, maybe not, but would you like to interview Brad Smith? And I said, no.
Good answer.
Why would I want to? I just want to get Tia on the air.
You didn't ask me.
You want to? Okay, I'm sure he's available now. Because, that show's over, and what would he be doing at this point,
your
right?
Fame.
Yeah, but I mean, you did have some fame going on there. I mean, it must have been cool whenever the show was hot.
Yeah.
And there were scenes where you were like belly dancing or whatever. And
Yeah, my New Orleans scene. I call it my infamous scene.
Yeah.
That's, I think, how I got most noticed from the show. But Ottawa is a very small city, as you guys know, and especially compared to some of the other markets like Toronto. So I did get recognized here in Ottawa, from people who are Bachelor fans. And I didn't realize how many Bachelor fans are in this city. Mm-hmm. I wasn't totally, aware of what the show was all about before signing up for the whole thing. I had seen a couple episodes, but there are some hefty, hardcore Bachelor fans in this city.
Yeah.
And so I did get approached a couple times, and it was fun to talk to people about it.
Yeah, okay. But when you show up the first day and you automatically don't connect with the guy, I wonder, like, this must have happened to a lot of women throughout the many series, shows, or seasons rather, of The Bachelor. I mean, what do you do at that point? Do you sort of tell a producer, I don't really even like this guy?
Well, you know what? And that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is, from the women's perspective, it is a bit of a coin toss because you have one guy that's presented in front of you. Brad had 25 women in front of him, so he has a little bit more, of a selection. But you're going in there, you've never seen the guy before, you don't know anything about his personality or his character traits, and so you show up and you get out of the limo and you're like, wow, it's like a light beaming because you don't know what you're in for and what this guy is going to be like. So I think for a lot of the people, for a lot of the girls that were on the show, so I know some of them were disappointed, and I know some of them really, really were attracted to him and fell for him.
So how many were faking it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it probably would have been half and half, and Brad was a great guy. He was obviously, he was very good looking. He had a great personality. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's everyone's cup of tea. And I know for myself, there was no connection as we went along in the show. But he like I said, he was a great guy. And it's hard to get to know someone in that short amount of time. And you don't want to judge that person based on 5 minutes, 10 minutes of meeting them. You have to let it kind of progress a little bit so you can really get to know more about them.
Well, it's a natural way of meeting your soulmate, to watch him make out with the 29 other girls on a daily basis. It's fun. All right, more with Tia Borden coming up. It is a Monday, 7:15.
Time now for Dog Traffic.